Hey, welcome to this Leading to Lean online training video on setting up line cycle times. Line cycle times are required for using the production module planning and scheduling, and also for generating reports such as OEE. Alright, let's get started. From the main menu, click on the Production tab. Then we're going to scroll down to Line Cycle Time. If you don't see line cycle time or you don't have the appropriate security access, which would be the planner level, you're not going to be able to set up cycle times. So you may want to contact your site administrator. I'm going to assume that you do have site access to do this. Go ahead and click on line cycle time. And this is going to show you the various lines that you have cycle times set up on by product and component. So you may not have any set up currently like I have here. Go ahead and click Add New and we'll set one up here. You're going to notice it generates the line. So all cycle times are set up by line. I have a couple of lines in the system here, and I'm going to set one up for line 1. There's a couple of options that you have. If the line cycle time is the same for all products that you run on that line, you can leave the next item here, the product and component, blank. What that'll do is that'll set up cycle times basically the same for every product that you run on that line. But if, for example, the line cycle time changes when you change over from one product to another, you're going to need to set up line cycle times for each of those products. So let's say I'm going to set up for a specific product here. It happens to be this tire product. We're making a tire here. So now we've got a couple of different options in terms of setting the line cycle times. So the line cycle times are set by number of operators in seconds. Okay, so if the line only runs with one operator, this will be a pretty simple setup. But if, for example, if you add multiple operators, it actually reduces the cycle time. You're going to want to add those for the various operator counts. And the reason that's important is that the line cycle time is used not only in the production planning and execution, but also it's used in generating the OEE and other metrics that we have, particularly OEE. So if you're finding that your OEE metric on your production metrics isn't populating, it's likely because you don't have your cycle times populated. So for example, let's put one in here. Let's say that, for example, the line produces 3 tires a minute, okay, with one operator. So let's put that in. So if we have one operator, it produces 3 tires a minute. So each cycle for one product would be 20 seconds in that example. Okay, so we're going to populate that here. All right, so then we've also got the edit controls if we want to add another line item or subtract one. I'm gonna do that. So if we also can run the line with 2 operators. Okay, so I'm going to put in 2 operators, and when we run it with 2, we actually double the output. So it would be 10 seconds per cycle with 2 operators. All right. So basically, you're going to want to set up all the various line cycle times for each of your products in the various lines. If you only run it with 2 operators, you can leave it just how I have it here, and then just click to save. That's really all there is to it. We've just created one for line 1, and let's create another one really quickly, and I'll just show you what it looks like if you don't assign a specific product. So basically, let's say we want to create one for line 2. We would just leave this blank, so we don't want to tie it to a specific product. And then we say we have one operator, and this line 2 produces one product every 30 seconds. And we only ever run it with one operator, so you could just leave it just like you have here, and then click save. If you do run a line with fractional operators, it's actually going to use the lowest number of operators. So for example, if you used 1.5 operators on a line, it's going to use the cycle time for 1 operator in that example. That's all there is to it. Thanks for tuning in.